Hey, and it's working. Hey guys, so Sana here. This is not a Pokemon video, as you can quite obviously tell. This is going to be my third film review. As I said when I did my Civil War review, which is available on my channel. If you're watching this, then you've either already watched my Civil War review, or you know how to find it. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about X-Men, and I'm going to center that just a smidge. First of all, I do apologise for the dishevelled appearance. I'm trying to grow, like, this bit of a beard, and at the moment it's going fine. I do need to trim my neck and my moustache, because I don't like having a moustache. Moustaches suck. Apologies to all those moustache growers, wearers, enthusiasts, and lovers. Anyway, I'm here today to talk to you about X-Men Apocalypse, which I saw yesterday. All I can say about it is everything. It makes me look like I put on weight, actually, this beard. Maybe I will have to trim it back. Anyway, X-Men Apocalypse, it's got everything that it needs to be a good film, but it's not a good film as a result. All the pieces there, they just don't quite fit. X-Men Apocalypse is the third in hopefully what is the trilogy of the prequels, I suppose you could call them. First Class, Dawn of fucking Justice. Wrong universe for a start. First Class, Days of Future Past, and now Apocalypse. Hopefully that will be the end of the trilogy, and we won't see any more of that, because this film was just a little bit awful. Excuse me. Anyway, the good bits about the film. I really do enjoy James McAvoy as Professor X. I think he's really, really good. I think as a younger Professor X, he really works. And, you know, as far as things go, to emulate Patrick Stewart is one thing, but to actually try and be a younger him, that's something else entirely, and James McAvoy does it very, very well. Hugh Jackman is in the film. He only has about a 2-minute cameo, and you don't really see a lot of him. But he is in the film, so that's always a positive point. We've got a little fucking huge man crush on Hugh Jackman, especially as Wolverine. But yeah, that's good. The characters that they recast for Scott Summers and Jean Grey, I thought they were really, really good. Nicholas Hoult returns as Hank McCoy's Beast. Basically, the actors are fine. It's the overall plot and the overall story that kind of lets the film down. Now, the film itself is actually very story-driven, which I like in my video games, but I don't necessarily like in my films. I like particularly superhero films. Fuck is this now? If you're fuck off, free upgrade. I don't care about internet. I do care about internet security. You should get internet. Yes, I know. Fuck's sake. Sorry, my computer's having a funny 5 minutes. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I like my video games to be story-driven, with minimalistic action. But for a superhero movie, I prefer it to be the other way around. I want there to be a story that there obviously has to be a story, otherwise it's just shit. But this one focused too much on story and not enough superhero-y action. I know that sounds stupid. But yeah, it just didn't add up. Michael Fassbender, I really liked in First Class as Eric Lenchner as Magneto. I thought he was incredible. Excuse me, whilst I take a beverage. And so I don't get done for copyright, I'll slurp it off screen. But yeah, and in Days of Future Past and Apocalypse, he just seems like he's become a little bitch. I mean, Sir Ian McKellen, alright, he's Sir Ian McKellen, but he has a presence, a gravitas. He's powerful. He's powerful, and Michael Fassbender's not that Magneto. He's not. He plays the anger and the hatred very, very well. but he's also too whiny about it. I know this sounds stupid, and I'm sure there's a lot of people going, oh, shut the fuck up, Fassbender's a great choice. And for First Class, I agree. I just hope he makes a better assassin than he does mutant. What was I going to say? The chronology of the films is the main sticking point for pretty much the entire X-Men series as a whole. I mean, you've got 3 separate trilogies within one universe, which is very, very clever. You've got the original trilogy, so X-Men, X2, and Last Stand. You've got the Wolverine trilogy, which started with X-Men Origins, which was okay. It could have been so much better. And you've got The Wolverine, which is the one set in Japan. And you've got Wolverine 3 coming out in cinemas probably sometime next year. And the big thing that people have a problem with within the X-Men universe across all the trilogies is the chronology of things. Alright, in the first X-Men trilogy, you couldn't really see the problem because there was no other films to refer it to. But in First Class, it's set in the 60s, which is when the X-Men comics came out. So that's really, really cool. So they took it... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That they took it back to its roots then, to its beginning. And you've got James McAvoy, who's playing a Professor X who's just become a professor. So he's, what, mid-20s? He's my age, basically. 25, 26. And you've obviously got Jennifer Lawrence playing Mystique, presumably of a similar sort of age, around that. I know Mystique doesn't really age in the comics as such, but still. Then you fast forward 10 years to the second film, to Days of Future Past, which is meant to be set in 1973. So I don't know exactly what year First Class is set. I can't remember if it ever tells you, or I know it's in the 60s. So we'll be generous and call it a 8 to 10 year age gap. Okay. So James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Nicholas Hoult, they're all now going to be in their mid 30s, and they can just about pull that off. Which is absolutely fine. Or Magneto even be in his mid-40s. I mean, I made a notes/video on my phone yesterday just so I didn't forget anything to talk about. And it kind of turned into a video that I was going to upload from my phone, but then I tried it and it would have taken fucking forever. So now I'm going to do it on my laptop instead. So sorry about that. But in the first X-Men and the first scene of First Class, which they obviously reshot for the purpose of First Class, you see Eric Lenchner getting separated from his parents in a Jewish imprisonment camp, which is horrible. It's terrifying. It was obviously a very nasty point in history. A fascinating time in history. I mean, I'm fascinated by World War stuff, but maybe that'll be not a vlog, a podcast at some other point. Maybe I could find somebody to talk about that with. Anyway, so we're assuming there that Eric Lenchner is about 8 or 10 years old. So that's 1942-43. Fast forward 20 years to First Class, so he's 30. And then another 10 years. Michael Fassbender doesn't look like a 40-year-old in Days of Future Past. And in Apocalypse, which is set 10 years after that, so you're in the mid-80s, 1983, you've got Michael Fassbender who's supposed to be playing a 50-year-old. No. Just doesn't add up. The chronology of everything just doesn't work. That's the biggest problem with the X-Men films. With Days of... I completely lost my train of thought then, I do apologise. With Days of Future Past, essentially Wolverine... If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, but spoilers. Wolverine essentially rewrites the timeline. So, the only films you have to take into account at all now are... what films do you need to take into account? X-Men Origins. First Class... Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, and the first X-Men film that they released in around 2000. Those are the only films you need to take into account. So I suppose they kind of reset it and they can do what they want. But it's kind of... If you've seen American Hustle, you'll kind of know what I mean when I say that all the parts are there, the story is there, but it's just not executed right. It's like having all the ingredients in a bowl for a cake, and it not being a cake. You've got it all there, but you obviously can't eat it because it's not a cake. You've done, something's gone wrong, you haven't cooked it properly, all the ingredients are just lying there in a big, gooey, gushy mess, and it's just not right. Essentially what I'm saying is, Apocalypse is the worst of the prequel trilogy to the X-Men films. Shut up, phone. I'm recording. Fuck off. Anyway, that's pretty much my biggest rant. The chronology of the films. Michael Fassbender, he's let Magneto down seriously, and the fact that it doesn't all fit together, which is, I suppose, if you've watched all the X-Men films like I have, you'll understand what I mean. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. A 7, anything above a 7 is extremely generous, but anything below a 6 is harsh. So you're looking at between a 6.5 to a 6.8 film, depending on how on how you view the film. Oh, excuse me. So that's it from me, guys. It's been my review on X-Men Apocalypse. If you agree or don't agree with anything that I've said, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Hit that like button, only if you like it. Don't thumbs down because you don't like it. That's just cruel and mean. And if you really liked it, feel free to subscribe to my channel and catch up with the other 2 movie reviews I've done, and my Pokemon playthrough. Obviously, that's the important one. I said a couple of weeks ago, I think it was for my Captain America Civil War review, that I will start uploading on a Friday. I am aiming to do that. I'm still not quite sure what to upload though, whether it be another game or whether it be a podcast where me and a mate we just chat bollocks for 20 minutes. Something a little bit different anyway to Pokemon. Obviously, I can't be Pokemon dependent on this channel forever. I want this to work. I want this to take off. I want this to be successful. So, yeah, essentially like, comment, subscribe, guys. Thank you for watching. I've been Osana, and this has been my X-Men Apocalypse walkthrough. I'm recording this on Thursday. It'll go up on the same day I saw it on the Wednesday afternoon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for Random as Fudge Fridays. And obviously my Pokemon videos. And yeah. Oh shit, no. Oh, sorry, you can see my cursor. Sorry. Thanks in advance for like, comment, subscribe. I really need to stop. I need to come up with an intro and an outro, because otherwise I'm just going to be rambling on saying the same thing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, 7 times. I'm going to go. Thanks, guys. Bye.